Well, what are the big things in the language arts area this year?
Reading a lot of books and being involved in a bunch of book clubs.
How many book clubs were you in?
The Kerry Library one, the Cameron Village one, and the Quail Ridge one.
Wow, 3 book clubs. That's a lot, isn't it?
Yep.
What were some of the books you liked the most that you read in book clubs?
The Larklight trilogy.
And what else?
The Castle in the Attic and the Indian in the Cupboard.
How about, were there any books that you read on your own that you really liked?
The Harry Potter series.
Yeah, you finished the entire series, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, you read a lot of books this year, so that was really good.
Yep.
You're a really good reader.
Thanks.
How about your writing? We didn't get to publish a book this year, did we, hon?
Nope.
But you did a lot of other writing, didn't you?
Yep.
What were some of the things that you wrote?
Cheese Mountain.
And you wrote Cheese Mountain for the newspaper, didn't you?
Yep.
So that was a big thing. You were involved with the newspaper club this year, weren't you?
Yeah.
Tell me about the newspaper club.
We had meetings at assigned meeting places, and we were assigned various writing assignments. And they had group stories, and we wrote articles for the newspaper, and sometimes comics, and stories, and recipes, and such stuff.
What were the stories that you wrote?
I wrote some Cheese Mountains.
Anything else?
And some comics.
And you wrote some other
And I
articles
wrote one,
and
and I wrote
things.
an article on the architecture of DC.
Yeah, you did a bunch of different kinds of things for that. That was a really fun and interesting activity, wasn't it?
Yep. And I also did a class on the Legend of Druidon.
What was the Legends of Druidon about?
It was a fantasy world, and you went along writing fiction for your character in the fantasy world. And you would get together in groups and write stuff then and there. And sometimes you would be assigned to certain tasks. And you could sometimes make fiction with a lot of chances. And you could roll a d20, which is a 20-sided die, to see how they came out.
Oh, so it was a group activity as well as individual writing, right?
Yep.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yep.
Of course, you did a bunch of writing for your history classes too, didn't you?
Yep.
In the history class, you not only had to write these reports, but you had to stand up and give them as an oral presentation, didn't you?
Yep.
So you had more practice about speaking before a group, didn't you?
Yep.
And then with Miss Jenny, you spoke before a big group, didn't you?
Yep.
Tell me about that.
That was a poetry reading.
And that one, you got up on a stage and were speaking in front of a whole big audience and everything, weren't you, hon?
Yep.
So I was really proud of you because I knew you were nervous about that, but you did a great job. So you did more public speaking this year than you've ever done, haven't you?
Yep. I did a lot of filmmaking too this year.
Yeah, that's another form of writing because you had to write treatments and scripts and storyboards and all that for your films, didn't you?
Yep.
What were the 2 films that you made?
The Mad Tea Party stop motion one and the Cooks and Books one.
Tell me about the Cooks and Books film.
I made uncooked food from my favorite books.
What were some of the things that you had?
Fried red whizzer, ambrosia, which is really a fruit salad, and marshmallows and spewed vegetables.
That was a really fun project, wasn't it?
Yep.
You've been doing a lot of cooking this year. I guess it's not exactly language arts, but it's a great skill to have.
Yep.
That was called a digital storytelling, wasn't it? Because it was a non-fiction film of
Yeah.
something that dealt
I
with
think
your
I
life.
like fiction better.
You like fiction better. Did you like doing the stop-motion Mad Hatter Tea Party better?
Yeah, it was fun.
That was really cute, too.
Thanks.
Well, language arts is always one of your real strengths, but I know you worked hard at reading all those books and doing all those book clubs and writing all that stuff, so I think you've accomplished a lot this year.
Thanks.